So as I'm looking around at my different, at these plans, I see that I still need to put my dimensions in for the windows and the doors. And we generally do that as the third row. Start with the offset, start with the overall, and then we go to an offset, and then we go to the window center lines. Now this is a weird one. Oh, no, it does let me. I like to zoom in really close to make sure that I do in fact get what I think I'm getting, which is the center line of the window. And so as farther in I zoom, the more likely I am to see correctly. Now watch this, when I just come down here, it just snaps. And so I've got that in there. So all of these will have to be raised up a little bit so that if I go to my first floor plan, it'll show me how much room I have left. And I would prefer, I'm going to leave them where they are, but I am going to activate the view here so that I can just pop them up. And we're just looking for that little align tool. I want to get that outside of the dimension numbers. And these look like they got to be cleaned up a little bit too. So I'll pull that guy over to there. That guy over to there. Now let's put the window center lines in from the side. So we always go from the outside face to the window center line to the outside face. There should be some windows here too. And these can be odd, odd dimension. That's fine. Now here, I really would dimension to the fireplace as well, but I haven't finished putting in everything there, so I'm just going to pass on that for right now. There's got to be a box around the fireplace. I haven't put that in yet. Well, here's a bit of a dilemma. So wherever I put my dimensions, they're going to be covered by my section lines. And I can't move my section lines out of the way. So I have to think about what the best solution for that is. And I didn't continue it, so I'm just going to click on my last dimension line here, edit the witness line, and it lets me continue my existing dimension line, which is nice because I don't have to delete and start all over again. And then just click outside of it. I don't have any windows here. I should be able to see that window there. And I already have my center lines over here, so yeah, looks good. I'll save it. Now, in a previous tutorial, I moved this wall in order to make my basement dimensions even numbers. But this wall moved as well. And I know I will have a problem with that on my section when I look at my, you can see now that part of this guy is actually, part of this guy, this is the wall. Yeah, this guy's not right. Actually, this one isn't either, is it? Where is it? Nope, that's not right either. Anyway, so I have to move that wall back, but before I do that, I want to break this wall. So I'll come up to here and I'll break this wall right there. So now it's the same wall as far as the materials go, but you can see it's a separate wall. So now I can go back to that section and move that wall back over where I want it to be. Interesting, huh? Look at that. One of these are not in the right location, and I don't know which one it is, but look at, see, that's how it's supposed to fit this wall the same way. So I really need to, let's edit this guy. We'll edit it in place. We'll click on it. We'll edit the sweep, and I'm going to sketch the path. And Revit's saying can't sketch the path in a section. Let's go look at a floor plan. So I'll just quickly align this guy up to there. And, boy, this guy's white. Yeah, there was something wrong here, too. So I'm going to say okay, because I don't remember what it was. And go back and look at that section, and I think we're okay. Now, this guy, my crown molding is actually inside the gypsum board. So we'll do the same thing, edit in place, edit the sweep, sketch the path, go back to the first floor, and take a look at this path. And I can see that I need to align it with the outside face of the gypsum board and say okay, and then say okay. Okay, so we cleaned up those two things. Let's go back and take a quick look at it. Yeah, that looks good now. That looks good now. That looks good. What is this? That should not be coming into the house. So I'll pull it back, maybe to right there. That's just my framing to hold up the porch roof. And again, that's one of the real benefits of the sections, is to see where you have some mistakes. And look at this. Both of these are wrong. So I need to go edit this path too. Edit in place. Edit in place. Edit the sweep. Sketch the path. Back to the first floor. Line that up. Looks good. Say okay. And okay. And okay. And then go back to that section again. And this guy needs fixing, so edit in place. Edit the sweep. Now, much of this busy work, I call it, would not have been necessary had I paid attention to my dimensions. So if I'd have paid attention to my dimensions earlier, then we would have been in fine shape. But I saw that this guy is, I could see on the other side of this opening that this wasn't aligned as well too, through the benefit of this section. So I'll just cut one because I don't want to move my sections now that I have them in place. So we'll just go to this view and take a look at it. So both of those are wrong too. This one is okay. This one isn't. This one isn't. Let's change it to fine just to make sure. So I've really messed this up. Edit in place. Edit sweep. Sketch the path. Go to the first floor plan. And you can see that it's not aligned either. So that guy's going to have to come over there. So he should be okay. This I'm going to hold off on because I remember that there was another problem in a previous tutorial. So we'll say okay to that, okay to that, okay to that. Back to section 18 now. And I can see this guy's good and these two guys are not, okay? So let's edit this guy in place. I would only expect one of these, not both of these, to be wrong. So edit in place, click on it, edit the sweep, sketch the path, back to the first floor. And I can see that that's no good. Okay, okay, okay. Back to that section. All right, now this guy, edit this in place, edit the sweep, sketch the path, go to the first floor, and let's line him up. And say, okay, okay, okay. Still have a weird thing going on. So see, this confuses me because I don't know where that is. So I'll have to sketch the path back to the first floor and take a look at it and see where it is that I'm editing that guy. Okay, right here. All right, so I'll just fix that too. That was actually a benefit of a mistake I made. I was clicking on go to view and I flipped the section instead. And so that helped me identify those small little details there. And I'm going to clean up my drawing. So I'm going to delete that section and say okay to that. And let's see, I think the tutorial here is long enough. So I'm going to address this issue next.